Hi everyone, so we're on to the last couple of pages of embellishing for the envelope journal, and then we'll have the covers to do, so we'll try and get these pages done. Just move that to the side, find the page in our new one. Right, so we need to do a journaling spot, and I used some lined paper that I was gifted, so I'll find some lined paper around here. I don't think this is, well, this wasn't tea dyed, but it was really vintage, so just thinking I do have some ledger behind me, I think. Let's have a look. Even this would be all right. What is it? A postage record book. I might just use some of that. It's here. It's easy. Just ink that up. And then we need some fabric, so I'll use my dark brown fabric again just because it's handy. Now I'll try and cut some form of a rectangle out of it. Which will need a bit of straightening. Not too crooked. I'm going to fray the edges, so we want to cut it off about here, which works good. Might have heard a sneeze before. It might be my son getting out of bed at 6 p.m. It's funny because it was me getting out of bed at stupid hours in the afternoon. Although I did get up pretty late today, but I think the days I don't have to get up and go to the gym early, I tend to stay in bed a bit longer. Alright, so I'm just going to fray the edges of this. So yes, I can't do too many more classes. I've got a physical assessment on Wednesday just to see what I should be doing and shouldn't be doing at the gym, but so I decided I'd go and just use the equipment today for the first time, so that was interesting. I used to like walk a lot and that, but it was a bit hard on me, on my feet and that, with some of the issues I have, so I did the treadmill today and it was heaps nicer than walking on the pavement and that, so a lot more padding, so that's going to be great. So I did that in the exercise bike. Alright, so that will do for that. Now this is pretty well right if we take it off where those lines are, and then I'll keep these bits for some embellishments in other journals, I think. So I'm just going to rip it around. Try and get it somewhat straight. So, shall I leave that up there? I might leave it up there. So we'll take it off about here. Then we need another piece for that side. Won't be quite as big, but that doesn't matter. Could even use that bit. Alright, so that's that. Excuse me if I keep clearing my throat and coughing. It's where I get some of that exercise-induced asthma. I'm all right while I'm exercising, but as soon as I stop, about 10 minutes later, I start coughing and stuff. It hangs around for a while, so I might have talked to the doctor about that. All right, Now we've got a picture there. I used a roundish picture, which looks nice because it almost looks like the material's framing it. So hunt out my pictures here. I've got, this one's a bit bigger, but I really like it because it's a man and his dog sitting in the front seats. It'll fit on there all right. We'd just have to do our lace a bit different around it. So I might cut that one out. I hope you're all doing okay. It's freezing here. I think we're getting down to 0 overnight. But then when it gets that cold, you know, you're in for a good day usually the next day. So you have to start getting out in the garden and catch up on all the washing. Alright, that'll do there. Cute picture. So I think we'll put this down. It will fit. It's funny because I rock up at the gym today and it's not quite open, so we had to wait outside, and there's a man there waiting to go in, and then I realise it's one of the people I work with at the bookstore. Going in to do some exercising. I don't think I ran the glue down far enough, so I'll go down to about there. And open it now. Just trying to get my fitness a bit better so I can start playing the badminton. I'd be alright to play it now even, but I thought I'll get a little bit fitter first so I don't embarrass myself too much. I've got to go easy with my ankle, so because I had steps at the last house I lived in, a set of 4 steps, quite steep they were too, and I was carrying a cage full of guinea pigs out the backyard. Yeah, and I rolled both my ankles and tripped down the steps. Tell you what, I 90-degree both my ankles too. It was not pretty. Yeah. Luckily, I was wearing my dressing gown at the time and it padded my fall, or else I probably would have hurt myself even more. And because I was holding the guinea pig cage, I didn't put my hands down to stop myself, which is a good thing, or else I probably would have injured my wrists or arms or something. So it could have been a lot worse. But yeah, really did some damage to ligaments and tendons and probably bones in my feet and that. So I've had a whole heap of chronic problems ever since then. So I've got to be careful what I do. All right, so stick him about like that, I reckon. So I hope whoever's following on is having fun doing this. Can be adapted in so many different ways, so I'll probably make one every now and again just for fun to use up the envelopes. It's a nice little project. Now I've got one of my Tim Holtz words on this one. I've done experienced workman. That seemed to go with those esteemed gentlemen. So I don't know what we'll find for this one. Very kind-hearted. Now I did just put that straight on, yeah. So I'm going to add a bit of glue to that. Oh God, fumble fingers. Now, put our little journaling spot down. So we'll eat them both up. So yes, I'm sort of keen to go back to the gym again tomorrow, but I think I won't, or else no housework will get done, and I've got piles to do, so stay home tomorrow and get all of the washing done and start on the gardening and that. And I've got a lot of projects I need to catch up with as well. Alright, they're looking a bit better. So put this little one. Do I want it? I could like slip it underneath there just a tad. I think I will. That looks good. Now we have one of our little scrappy embellishments that I made. Oh, nearly missed my office chair then. Got this one, which looks like, oh, I've already done green on that though for a different, I was probably meant to use that in Geo's journal and forgot. That's what happens when I pre-do stuff. Got this bit. Oh, that's green too. Not that it really matters. Got a bit of music paper here that might just use that, chop it off there. That looks like I ripped the edges on the other one to make it look grungier. So I'm just going to rip these. Now I might leave these fibres on. So I'm just going to ink this up. Let's have a look. Put that down there. Did I or did I not put it in here? Oh, there is some in here and it looks like enough. Thank goodness for that. So we want to cut a bit of this. That big flower fits quite nicely there, doesn't it? So, might chop off this little bit dangling here. Tidy it up a bit. Just around the edges mainly. So if we put the big flower there, I'm going to chop off this bit. I'll just do that. Get rid of all that stuff. Now I'm just going to give it a little bit of an inky, grungy inky stuff so it's not too new looking. So that's going to fit quite nicely. I love this lace. I don't know where I got it, but I wish I had a whole pile of it because it's beautiful. To look out for more of that. So that's going to work really nicely. Glue is ridiculous sometimes. That will do. So that looks like I'm going to keep knocking the stupid stuff over. Okay, slow down a bit, I think. Getting a bit accident prone here. Okay, we've done that page by the looks. Looks very good. Happy with that. So now this page looks like we've got stenciling on this part, just around the edges. So we'll do that and then we'll stick our journaling spot down. So I'll hunt out my stencil. I will use this geometric one. Now, next thing I'm going to do is decorate the top of our little pocket here. So I used fabric, a picture. I put the Tim Holtz stuff on, but that was mainly because it was very old paper that was very brittle and breaking. So that is not necessary, really. I'm thinking I might do... Just debating whether I want to do a stamp. But what I might do is find my picture and my fabric first and go from there and see what I think. So, just going to hunt out what pictures I've got left because I only cut so many out of the book. We have that one. Might as well grab... Sorry, did I just move everything then? I have no idea. Got that one. Might be that one. Got a few here. I'm just dragging them all out because I can't remember what I need for the tags. So that looks like about what we've got left. So on this tag, I've got a picture on that tag. And then we need one for the window at the back as well. So the window at the back can be either of those two. So I'll put them aside. Should be quite nice, wouldn't she? And then what do we have there? So, should go nice on the tag that we do, so I'll put her there. So it looks like that leaves this one. And then I'll have to find some fabric. That's those done, ready to go. Now, fabric-wise, I must have cut this off something the other day, but it's not really the right. It'd go all right though, wouldn't it? Because it goes with the brown. Could always ink it a bit. I'm just going to use that because it's here, because I'm lazy. I keep saying that. It's pretty true too. I get sick of being too particular about stuff, so. It just fits. So I'm just gonna try and fix this. I don't mind it being, because I don't think I'm going to be able to fray the edges of this, so I don't mind it being rough. Just let's have a look. Nah, just like pulls, and I mean I can do a few pulled bits though, that wouldn't probably hurt, but I think we'll ink it. So we don't really need stamping because that covers quite nicely. So it is going to be a bit different because I don't have the Tim Holtz stuff on it, but that doesn't matter. And I have a few little bits here, but I can't be bothered putting them on. I don't think they'd really do much for me, the bits that I've got. So let's just ink this. Just put a little bit. Just hold that down just a tad. So, oh, now my stenciling went down here as well, so I'll grab that back out and do. Now we're up to, it looks like that page is pretty well done. We've got to do our journaling card now. Like VIP card here, looks about the same size. I've been keeping all my scratchies to use. Let's just see how it fits in there. Brilliant, we'll just cut it down a tad. So, see about that much. Yeah, I like that. So with that, it's a bit of my coloured book page and some music paper background. And then I've just backed it with some paper, so. Find my coloured book page, I've got my music paper. Got this stuff, so I might use that. I want some for down the bottom. And then the music paper, that bit looks good. Let's just break a bit of this off. Must do a mess make sometime and use up all my scratchies. I haven't got too many because I don't buy them very often. My dad did win on the scratchies $10,000 once when I was young. Surprise, surprise. It's a nice surprise. Now, this will fit, will it? Just if I do it on a bit of an angle. So, and Actually, the inking doesn't really do much on this paper. Now let that dry, and while it's drying I'll find one of my labels, which I think are in here. Yes. So these are just labels that I've stamped and cut out. Not very well either by the looks of things, but I will. Oh, and that thing. I might still have some of them in here as well. I can't remember if that was in here or... Yeah, there's one. My son, I think, stamped and cut them out with my scanning cup. Now we want to back that. Just seeing if I've got, I don't think I've got anything right. You could back it with that, but it's not really the right colour. That. Ooh. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, so I just need to trim that down a bit. Wait for it to dry. While we're waiting, I will ink. Oh, that's what I haven't told you either. I'll find them in a minute and show you. Well, I can just tell you. There's the little airmail stickers that they peel and they put onto your letters when you're sending them overseas or whatever. And they have this little round glass pot at my post office where they put the other side of it, which looks like just rubbish. So I had the courage today and I said, is that just rubbish? And she's like, what? And I'm like, you know, I said I do junk journaling, and I was thinking if that's just rubbish, I was wondering if I could have some. So she goes, well, how many do you want? Like, and I'm like, well, you know, whatever you can give me. And she goes, no, like, do you want 5? Do you want 10? Do you want 100? And I'm like, well, 100 would be good. So she goes, I'll see what I can find. And she goes out the back and comes back in and gives me this pile of these things. And I feel so bad because I think she just gave me a whole pile of new ones. It's like I was trying to get rid of some of her scraps and do some recycling for her, you know. So they'll get used anyway. I don't often have the courage to ask, but it's like, well, if it's just going to get thrown out anyway, some places are quite happy to, you know, recycle and help you out and that, so. All right, I've got Tim Holtz stuff on this too. Where's my picture there? So it really doesn't need it though. because we're going to have trouble fitting everything on this one anyway. Decisions. Just seeing what else I've got hanging around here. Kind of like that actually, so I might do something like that. Now I just got to decide if I want that under on top. Kind of like it on top. So that is our journaling card done. So that's the other one that I did. So you can see I've got the Tim Holtz there. But this one I've cut a bit shorter so it fits better in where I'm putting it. So very good. Now I'd like to try and get the last little journaling spot done today. So I'll just pull the one out of this book so we can have a look at it. Fit that back in there if I can. So it's this one with the little thumb notch up here. Right, let's see how it's going to fit. Brilliant. And it doesn't quite, oh yeah, it just goes down far enough. So that means our person will have to be sitting right at the bottom. And I reckon about halfway. Oh, bang in the middle should work. All right, so it looks like it's book page on both sides, so that's nice and easy. All right, I'll find my book page scripts. I'll just get my book page. Make sure I'm still filming, yes. So I need 2 book pages, I think. Right, so where did I put it there? Oh yeah, so this one will be good because I left, I cut out the title of it, which I've got a good title there, although it's about someone dying, but oh well, it happens. So I'll put that on. Now, window-wise, it's not going to fit the whole length, but I don't think this one, oh, I did, but I've got a very long window. Although she's going to be better because she's thinner. Maybe we'll put her in there. So if your window's too long and you don't like it, you can always cover it over a bit more so that you've just got a smaller spot to fill up. Doesn't bother me much. We'll just see a bit of book page on the tag otherwise. So then I shall decide whether I want to put a higher up on the tag, which I can. And then I'll get the title as well, which is going to be a bit long, so we'll cut it down. Now I'm not putting lace or fabric or anything on because it's got to slip in and out nicely, so I'm gonna have to cut it there, I think. All right, so that's the front, and then on the back we've got a sewn piece. Let's hope we've got a nice long one. Don't know if we've got one quite that long, but we will make do with what we've got, because at this stage of the game I ain't stopping to sew one, so we're going to have a little one. Which will work. Now get my little scissors and just trim that. So we'll slip this one back into this journal like that. Just double check. I think I've done, yeah, everything on those pages. So we should be able to put this in now. Just in there. It fits nicely. It's still a little. Want to see if it fits in all right. See if I embarrass myself on camera. Oops, I put the little bit where the thread's sticking down up here. Usually I like to put that on the bottom because I'm fussy. Let's see what she's going to look like. Get in there. That's not too bad. Probably wiggle her around a little. Yeah. So you can see it, so that's a good start. But anyway, that's it for today. So tomorrow we shall finish off the cover. I'll have to find some more of my Tim Holtz, or did I? No, I put that on, didn't I? Yeah, so that's all right. Okay, so take care everyone, and I will see you soon. Bye.